Come along as I sand and refinish these 60-year-old hardwood floors. This week, we're on a new project. We are going to do a natural refinish over these existing hardwood floors. We are in a condo in Indian Harbor Beach, Florida today. This floor is the original that was installed back in 1964, and it is due. It's due for a refinish. It's held up well. That's one nice thing about hardwood floors is you can go back decades and decades later, resurface them, and make them look as beautiful as they look day one. So kind of a nice thing. You can see it's worn through. There's lots of areas where it's super worn. There's even an area on this one, you'll see it in the next click, where there's a round like circle worn into the floor. That is where their office chair was for years and years and years, just kind of wearing through that finish. So we're sanding all of that off of there, all the old finish, the dirt, the grime, the scratches, trying to get it all out of there, make these floors shine again, make them look as good as they would have looked all the way back in the 60s. So that's the plan. So we're going over everything here with 50 grit paper on the big machine and getting that all cleaned off of there. Once I'm done with the big machine, I will do the same thing with the edger. So I use a Clark Super 7 edger. It's a very aggressive little machine, and go around all the edges with that 50 grit paper again, getting off all that old finish. Once that's done, it's time for the second pass. So now we have 80 grit paper. We're stepping it up to a little bit finer grit and going over the entire floor again. Once that's done, we repeat the same step with the edger, which you will see in just a second. Now, interestingly enough, all the closets in this house have different wood. I am not sure why that is. To the homeowner's knowledge, it's always been like this. It's not like the oak was overlaid over this or anything like that, but all the closets have different flooring. So not sure what the deal is with that, but refinish that as well. After all the fine sanding, we pulled the corners, did some random orbiting, got it ready to buff. So now we are buffing with a 100 grit screen and getting, kind of blending all of that sanding together. Once that's all cleaned up, we are ready to coat. We are using an oil-based polyurethane. This is Bona Dry Fast Sealer. This product takes 4 to 6 hours to dry. So we are, this is kind of the end of day 2. We are applying this coating, and we're going to let that dry overnight. We don't want it to be tacky or anything like that the following morning. So we want to give it plenty of time to dry. This is a product, it's going to blend in. They wanted the floor to look how it originally would have. So obviously this is similar to the products that they would have used back in the day. So this is the following morning. Now we are buffing. We've got a purple conditioning pad on here along with some 180 grit sanding tape. Buff the whole thing, clean it up, and we're ready to start applying the coatings. This coating that you see me putting on is Bona Traffic HD. This is a commercial grade finish, and it flows out nicely. I like it. So this is the middle coat. We let that dry for a few hours, come back, and we're ready to apply the final coat, which you see me doing here. So 3 days total on this project. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think, what you would have done differently. Would you have stained these? Would you have kept them natural? What would you have done? I'm pretty happy with the results. Here's some before and afters. And I appreciate each and every one of you watching. See you on the next one. Bye!